live development. The lawyers representing more than 1,000 victims of the 2018 listeriosis outbreak say they have new evidence linking South Africa's biggest food producer, Tiger Brands, to that tragedy that claimed the lives of 200 people in the country. Let's listen in.
Polony, as you doubtless know, is a cheap, widely available, widely consumed source of protein, particularly for people who cannot afford protein otherwise. The result of this is that this epidemic disproportionately impacted poor working class families and black people in particular. It's 6 years on. This is it's been a complex and difficult case. We've been doing, that's RSI, have been doing large and complex cases for a very long time now. I think it began with the asbestos litigation in the early 1990s, litigation against Gencor and other mining houses, which resulted in establishment of various relief trusts that were set up by the companies pursuant to the litigation to compensate the victims of lung disease and asbestos workers. Subsequently, we did the same thing in the field of gold mining in relation to gold mine workers who developed tuberculosis and silicosis, and also established a compensation scheme, an administrative scheme, whereby the victims of these diseases occasioned by work underground were compensated. We've settled many more other cases with employers in the past relating to mine accidents, furnace explosions, occupational disease outbreaks like asthma amongst vanadium workers. Over the years, we've settled a large number of these cases. And although it's never been an easy process, we have found ways forward. We have been able to address and resolve these difficult problems. This case, however, is distinguished by the lack of progress towards settlement. And that's all the more remarkable because, as you'll hear later, the case against the company responsible for all these deaths and all the suffering, Tiger Brands, is watertight. It's perhaps the strongest case I've ever worked on. We have scientific evidence that demonstrates their responsibility for this outbreak that borders on certainty. It's certainly way stronger than the type of evidence that you would require to demonstrate paternity, because this is genetic evidence we're talking about, or to prove the identity of a rapist in a rape trial. It is evidence beyond any reasonable doubt. This evidence has been available and has been known since at least 2020, February 2020, when the National Institute of Communicable Diseases, the NICD, which is the state agency charged with the investigation and control of communicable diseases, and its international collaborators published a report in the New England Journal of Medicine, which is an esteemed medical journal, dealing with the outbreak of listeriosis in South Africa associated with processed meat.